He pitched the Hilltoppers to back-to-back state finals, striking out 182 batters his senior year. He was drafted in the first round, 10th overall, by the San Francisco Giants in the 1981 MLB Draft. He played 8 seasons in the major leagues and is the longtime television color analyst for the San Diego Padres. 2015 JCA Hall of Champions inductee, Mark Grant.
Hey, congratulations. I hear you're here to talk about Terry Gannon, right?
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah,
it's quite an honor.
Yeah, that's great.
Terry's very
that's tremendous.
The award. Yeah.
Great.
How about you? What are you here for?
Mark Grant.
Really?
Yeah.
When did they call you to do this?
Well, when did they call you?
Yeah, about 3 weeks ago.
Really?
I got a text from Chris, and then I responded right away.
She called me last night about 11:30.
Really? So they couldn't get anybody else?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God.
But I'll do it.
Yeah, you have to. You're
Yeah.
here, right? That's a good job.
Family.
Yeah.
I think that's why. Yeah.
Well, good luck.
Well, yeah. I hope I can come up. I was up late last night trying to come up with stuff. I mean, there was that whole list of things. I couldn't come up with anything.
Yeah. Well, you got some stories you could tell from our days at Garnsey.
We'll just have to make some stuff up, I guess.
Mark doing the water sprinkler.
Yeah.
Yeah, things like that.
Yeah.
You and him should have been a duo.
Shut up. All right, we're cut.
I think Mark's become a bit of a legend in a lot of ways. First, his humor and his spirit are certainly well known both in the Joliet Catholic community as well as what he does with the San Diego Padres. I think he cemented it with his last MC role here. But more importantly, I think Mark demonstrates the value of taking life sort of as it comes with a lot of humor. And that leadership, I think, was the most important part of our team for sure.
Mark was loved by all of his teammates because he was such a clownster when he didn't pitch that he kept everybody loose and obviously made the game a little more fun.
Mark leads life like his hair is on fire. He's got so much energy. He never takes a day for granted. I see him interacting with fans from out with the Padres. He's such a favorite out there, and it's because of the way he treats them. And it really tells me that that's the way we all need to be.
When we were growing up and we'd have family get-togethers, parties and that, Mark was always the youngest cousin. We had other cousins that we would play, baseball with or football or whatever with. And Mark was being the youngest. He was always the one that was picked last or not even picked at all. And I remember one time getting in trouble because we didn't pick Mark, and I think we were playing baseball also. So we were playing 2-on-2 baseball, and Mark didn't get picked, and obviously he's gotten the last laugh on that. So
it is remarkable. He's just the same guy he was in high school. He's lighthearted. He's funny. He's engaging. He's great to be around. In some ways, it almost like he didn't grow up, but he did. And I think that's just the energy that he has is contagious. The enthusiasm he has, it's really remarkable. And that's the fun part about being around him is he makes you laugh. He makes you feel at ease. And I'm certain he does that in everything he does professionally and personally.
Once Mark got to high school, he wasn't picked last anymore. And even a little bit before that, junior high, I think he started to have success in baseball, in Pony League and that kind of thing, and then early in high school. I think it was about that time when we realized that we didn't make good choices in our draft picks at our family picnics. He should have been drafted first.
When he was at Joliet Catholic, what a name he made for himself as a pitcher. I don't know if there's anybody could match some of the statistics, some of the things that he did. 4 no-hitters in high school, 2 consecutively, and he followed that up with a 1-hitter. Over a 3-year period, he struck out 363 players. Just an amazing record.
Mark was legendary even today for the imitations he did. And whether Coach Szymanski knew it or not, he imitated him regularly. in addition to other things such as batters that were professional athletes. And one day he actually conned Coach Ski into letting him bat in a live game. And he actually went up and batted left-handed, and I think he was imitating Joe Morgan at the time. We were playing sort of a lesser team, and Mark looked horrible the first 2 swings. But somehow we managed to get the bat on the ball and actually ended up at first base. And I don't think he was so surprised he got there. He didn't know what to do when he got there. He was just jumping around because he didn't anticipate even getting on first base. But that was Mark, you know, always kind of clowning around and taking things in a humorous vein. And when he got the chance to shine at bat, he certainly did that.
So I remember one time Jack got so upset that he banned Mark from the dugout. He said, "Grant, get out of here." So Mark had to go out of the dugout. He had to go sit in the bullpen. And then I remember about 10 minutes later, here comes Mark. He comes back to the outside of the dugout. He kind of peeks his head around the corner of the dugout, and he whispers, "Ski, can I come back in now?" And that's how Mark was. He was just such a comical kid. And again, that's truly part of the reason why he's so successful now. You know, he's just a very personable adult, and he carried that through his entire life.
He's kind of like the Rocky of the umpires. He'll be behind the plate and he'll go. And then for a strikeout, he'll go.
John McSherry, Big John.
John McSherry, a big man. He'll just motion with his hand like that.
Judge Ritter, my
Judge
favorite.
Ritter, one of the all-time favorites. He's from the old school. Very vocal. He'll get behind the plate and go, "Strike one!"
He hasn't changed one bit. He's still the crazy kid that grew up in Joliet. And when we get together, it's still the same. So the fame and all that has not changed him in any way, shape, or form.
Tonight's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, San Diego Padres broadcaster and Chicago native Mark Grant.
All right, let me hear ya, good and loud, all the way down to Joliet. Class of '81, Joliet Catholic is in the house tonight. Are you ready, Gary? A1, A2, A3, take me out.
I would just say thanks for your friendship. Thanks for being there. My first couple years of coaching, what a way to start the coaching career to have a guy like that on the team. Again, I thank him for being the great father and the great husband that he is, isn't that the most important thing?
I'd say, Mark, thanks for the memories, and certainly it was one of my highlights of my career was playing with him. But more importantly, congrats. You've done great for yourself, you've done great for the community, you've made us proud, you've made JCA proud, and I think that's tremendous.
I would just say, Mark, this honor of the Hall of Fame, Hall of Champions here at Joliet Catholic is well deserved. You're not only in the Hall of Fame here, but you're in the Hall of Fame of life. And again, I think his gift to make people feel good and make them laugh, keep it up, bud. We love you, and congratulations.